calling to order the 201st meeting of the Equal Employment Practices Commission. I am looking for an approval of the minutes of the meeting of March 24th, 2016.
I move that we approve the minutes of the meeting of March 24th, 2016.
And I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The minutes are approved. We are now looking for an audit status report.
Audit status report, we have 18 audits, 18 agencies, I should say, that are pending preliminary determination. I won't read all 18, but there were some preliminary determinations sent out within probably the past week, and you guys got them in the Chrome file.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. There are 17 listed here and you say 18. Is there one missing? I'm sorry.
Okay, no, well then it's 17.
Okay, so it's 17 agencies, not
18. We have 4 agencies that have responded to our preliminary determinations, and we're in the process of responding to them. And we have 3 agencies which require a vote today that we've issued final determinations for. That's the Department of Parks, the New York County District Attorney's Office, and the Richmond County Public Administrator.
So I'm looking for a vote for the adoption of resolution 2016/846, Department of Parks and Recreation, resolution number 2016/905, New York County District Attorney's Office, and resolution 2016/945, Richmond County Public Administration.
I'll make a motion.
That we approve.
I'll make a motion that we approve the resolutions as stated into the record.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those 4 pending preliminary responses, I'm sorry, those 3 final determinations have been approved. We're looking for a report on the status of audit compliance monitoring.
Okay, we have one agency that has completed compliance. It's on the calendar for the resolution. And then we have 4 remaining agencies. There are Board of Correction, Landmark Preservation Commission, Fire Department, and Teachers Retirement System. The first 2, Board of Correction and Landmarks Preservation Commission, they're set to probably finish compliance by next month. The only corrective actions that are remaining are for performance evaluations. So they're reviewing the tasking standards, and they expect to complete it by next month. The last 2, the Fire Department, they have the assessment corrective actions that are remaining, so they have to go through each job group and assess the selection procedures for the discretionary titles and the fire titles, so that might take a little bit of time. They've completed 5 out of the 9 corrective actions so far, so they're still working towards it, and they're still on schedule. And Teachers Retirement System has just requested another extension. They're currently understaffed. They've completed 4 out of 14 corrective actions, and we're working with them so they can complete the remainder of the corrective actions.
Okay. Do we have to vote on a resolution, do we have to extend the period of monitoring for the Department of City Planning? Is that, you have to vote of it?
They've completed. This is for the termination of compliance for Department of City Planning. They've completed compliance.
Oh, so then we should be voting on a final determination. As we voted the 3 others, we need to
Yes.
vote on this one now?
Yes.
Okay. So I look for a vote on resolution 2016/030C-08. Somebody's got to move that.
And that's determination of compliance, not a final
Determination of compliance. So we approve the resolution 2016/030C-08, determination of compliance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
actually asked, Aileisha to come in and tell you guys about this new procedure that we're doing with, final determinations. And, she just left out, but we are beginning to put the audits into Teammate, our monitoring, I guess, software program. So she had to develop a brochure for agencies to use so that they can log in and, enter their, I guess, documentation of their corrective actions to the audit. It's an entire process, but I wanted her to show you guys the manual that she put together and explain a little bit about the process. So she'll do that. Do you wanna move on to anything in the meantime? We discussed compliance monitoring, right?
I did.
The EPC annual report, I asked to have a copy of the printed so that I could read it. I found it difficult to read it on a computer. I don't know about anybody else, but it was too many pages, so that I was having it. I mean, what can I tell you? My Apple computer wasn't being nice to me the other day, and I decided it was easier, and I didn't want to go back and print it out. So I thought, if you could print it out for me, I'd appreciate it. And if you would give me 48 hours, I will get back to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're up.
Hi.
So I was telling them a little bit about the fact that we're beginning to put audits into the Teammate system, once at the final determination stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at the preliminary determination stage, and then the agency
Well, once
should
the
respond.
response is received, we put it into Teammates so that, the agency will be able to see all of the communication. The initial preliminary, their response, and the final determination.
It'll all be online,
It'll all be online,
so they can see everything.
so they can see everything.
Can everybody else see everything? Is it public?
No.
So it's just
No,
them,
just-
so it's
yes.
private.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
And we will attach the user manual to the final determination so that they can know how to access the program. And hopefully we have cupcakes on the other side.
Okay.
Show us a little bit about the user manual,
You want to use something?
if you wanna project it. You wanna project it?
Yeah. I'm not starting in. You won't be able to see it now.
Why is
Isn't
there
it
a
on the
box
shirt,
over
right?
my face?
I guess that's the focus.
It's focusing.
You're the main focus. So here's here's a copy of the,
No, I don't need to project it if you.
and I guess you have to do this too.
Sure.
I look at it.
So the program uses each EEO professional's user ID and password for their network. So that's how they access the program. And it's very user-friendly. Sharice, if you want to plug in the URL, that would be nice to see the actual app online.
Okay,
That's what the agencies will see when they access the webpage.
what is it?
Oh, it's in the manual. Page like 3. Right there.
Oh,
Here, log in. Your name and password.
So I kind of vetted the user manual with Walter Screwer, consultant that was here for training. I kind of pulled him aside and asked him if he could look at the manual just as a favor. And he said, oh yeah, it's great. You don't want to put too much information in there. It's going to confuse the agency.
That's right.
So
right now it's saying that it can't, so I don't know what I did, but.
the true test would be the
What is your sense You created this so that they can watch it, and that they can have a historic tracking, so they'll know when they went in, what our reports back to them have been over time. So what
Mainly
is your
because-
purpose?
Mainly because we want them to be able to give us documents in compliance. So right now, they're emailing us documents or sending them through the mail that shows their compliance with the standards. So with access to the program, they can do it in real time. So if they don't have to wait until the first of the month or whenever the report is due, they can do it whenever they feel like it. And we get emails to let us know that the agency has uploaded something that's responsive to one of the corrective actions.
Okay, got it. So it's more time sensitive. It's also a final repository of all the material.
Right.
So theoretically, it should permit them to do updating and giving you material 4 years later faster or with easier retention, assuming all sorts of things, including their own personnel changes.
Right.
So no one's gonna have to go look for a file buried somewhere, even an electronic file that someone else had access to.
Correct.
So theoretically, it should be better for just data filing purposes and retention purposes.
And definitely for us, so that we can see a link between what the agency said that they have
Next
and what they
question.
actually gave us.
Next question, are you ever gonna make a hard copy of it so that you are sure that it doesn't get lost in the cloud?
Oh, I think that
A
should
hard copy of the
definitely be a part of the process. What's online is what the agency uploaded. It has to be uploaded as a file, and we would save it to the shared drive, because that's where we store our documents anyway.
Did you see this?
So you would never make a hard copy of it, you just
Print it?
keep it?
I don't know if that would be.
Right now, we just.
I'm just concerned, the reason for raising it has to do with history. So right now, the system that everybody uses is the system that everybody uses. I'm going forward 8 years from now and believing that there's gonna be change something. Are we gonna be able to maintain these records so that you have them back to look at them if you need to?
Right, so right now, beyond that, the EPC, we just we went through this for the past, I don't know, 2-3 years, scanning everything that was in a file, a physical file, and creating an electronic filing system of our own. So every document that we've had for practically every agency through the years since our inception should be in our electronic shared drive. The whole city is moving towards storing data electronically. However, by law, we send 4 copies of whatever we have to Doris.
Department of Records and Information.
So Doris has it, okay, got
So they
it,
have
all right,
it all.
Doris
Right.
has it, okay, I'm fine.
But I think even Doris is storing them electronically now,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so we'll have a record. We'll have a record in Teammate, we'll have a record on our
Shared drive.
shared drive for the agency, and plus the city has a record.
Will it be too much work if I ask to have copies of these final determination?
Sure.
Yeah, because we don't get a chance to really read it, okay? So I would appreciate that.
Sure. Do we have a
There's
copy
another
of
one for
the
you to sign.
Doris certificate? Sure. Doris certificate?
Did you give it to Mohini?
It's in the commission meeting, hold on.
I have signed everything that I asked for my signature today. And I'm about to,
Can you-
unless there,
Oh.
is there anything more that we need to deal with because I'm about to depart?
This is,
And I've got 5 more minutes.
Like, why is this in here?
Right?
Yeah, I also have an appointment.
Apologies again for.
No,
You have, under old business, the EEPC's report entitled Commitment to Achieving Diversity.
that's the report you're gonna get a copy of.
So that's the annual report that I'll get a
Right.
copy of, okay.
Matter of fact, we'll just make hard copies for everybody that's.
That would be a
here.
good idea.
Yeah,
That would be a good idea.
okay.
So, the only other issue, I think, is that to the extent, Angela, did you get your, no, you need the,
I need my form in order to complete.
you need, we need 2, I think they both need their form for
The
this.
COIP.
Yeah.
Can you go get it for them so that they have them
I
before
have
they?
to I have to come sign for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay, no, I can come sign for it.
I can do it now, or I thought you needed to close the meeting, but,
No, just so we get, because that I think is the only
Yeah.
other business that's here. I think you need, I did fill it out
You're still working to get the receipt.
and I got the receipt. I forgot to get the receipt, so I had to call them so that they could go back in and send me electronically my receipt, so I could
Wait,
sign the
Mohini,
receipt,
Mohini,
so
wait,
I could
yeah.
send the receipt, so the receipt came here by mail. I move that this meeting be adjourned.
Second.
All in favor?